But right now, the situation looks pretty bad in Golden State.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And I
And
think
you just said you think Draymond and Klay should be traded.
yes,
You told me
because
that yesterday.
look, you know what my first option would be, to be honest, but he's not going to do it. And I want to know your opinion on this. Who's going to look at Steph Curry any kind of way if he goes to the front office, the ownership group, your guy, Laker, and say, my time has come. I'm ready to be traded. Would anyone be mad at Steph Curry? No. Like, seriously, the best, look, let's say, this real talking, we could go back and forth. I just want to know your opinion. The best case scenario for Steph Curry is to go to another team to try to win another championship.
Well, here's my point. Kobe didn't want to leave, but he said he was willing to. Remember, I had my radio show in 2007. He said he was ready to get traded to Pluto before he stayed here with the Lakers based on the conditions. And then they traded Kwame Brown and ended up getting Pau Gasol and a few others, and ultimately went to 3 consecutive championships and won back-to-back titles in 09 and 10. We get that part. My question to you is this. You make a lot of sense. You're right in terms of we couldn't blame Steph Curry, but has not ownership of the Golden State Warriors earned the right to have the opportunity to move guys, to bring better weapons to Golden State for Steph Curry to play with rather than trade him?
Yeah, but they have. But my question to you is, what better weapons? What weapons are out there? All right, but like Giannis just signed a contract extension. What you gonna try to go land a Joel Embiid? He's not leaving Philly right now. You can't go get a Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving just signed. Like, what are you going to go get? Does Zach LaVine take you over the hump? No. Like, what player out there can you go get?
I don't even wish that on my man Joe Lacob, man. I got to tell you, if Steph Curry came asking to be traded, it would go down as the most miserable day in the history of the Bay Area. And this is an area that's lost the Oakland Raiders. Okay, this is an area that's about to lose the A's. This is an area that's lost the Golden State Warriors in Oakland anyway to them being in San Francisco now, even though they're still in the Bay Area. I can't think of a worse day in Bay Area history if Steph Curry asked to be traded, because you can't replace him. This is the greatest shooter God ever created. You can't replace him.
I understand, but I mean, what else you gonna do? You got to be honest with him. You can't go into a meeting and lie. What you go say, look, right now, do you think the dynasty is over?
Yes.
Okay, with that being said, what's the next moves? You go wait until free agency to see if you lose Klay Thompson for nothing, or you go try to get something back?
I don't mind your thoughts about trading Klay more so than Dre, because I think Dre plays defense, and he's an extraordinary playmaker that vibes exceptionally well with Steph.
I agree.
So I would trade Klay before I traded Dre. I think that Klay in the right situation could still prove to be an elite receiver. You just need somebody to get him open now, as opposed to him having to make himself open or rely on getting second dibs because Steph Curry gets first dibs. You got to right. I think the only 2 good situations for Klay Thompson is the Los Angeles Lakers. Actually, 3. The Los Angeles Lakers, the Philadelphia 76ers, or the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ooh.
You know why I say Minnesota?
Who are you giving up?
Because I need somebody. You got to remember, J.J. Redick made this point on his podcast, The Old Man and the Three, and I kind of agree with him. The day of the quintessential prototypical point guard is beyond us. Mm-hmm. You got big wings playing point. And so they don't really have to, like, run a show like Chris Paul or anything.
Right.
So I don't look at Klay to replace an Anthony Edwards or whatever, but Klay's sniper-like ability when he's open can free things up for an Anthony Edwards. Yeah. Combined with the Klay, the cats who can hit from 3, because Karl Anthony Towns can hit 3s, and of course you got the big boy down low in Rudy Gobert. So again, it wouldn't come before a Lakers Philly scenario, but a Klay Thompson on Minnesota would not be bad, but you got to give up something significant to get him, and I don't see Minnesota doing that, and why should they?
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't.